everybody, YeOldeSim here, back with another speed build for my medieval save file for Ultimate Decades. I guess this is going to be a public lot. It's going to be a marketplace. So I've made some builds for like different sort of careers or trades, I guess, for the Sims. And I wanted to try to build a marketplace for them to come sell their goods and wares and whatnot. And I didn't want it just to be like just for selling stuff. So I did put some of the food stalls in here, as you can see, and they are functional. So you can come, the Sims can come eat here and just have a fun time with others while trying to sell their goods. So along with selling their goods, I do have, a storyline in mind. So I did create this public lot with something in mind. I do have my medieval flower cottage where I'm going to try to get them to come here and sell flowers at the little sales tables is what I was planning on putting on the other side, which is what you'll see. And there's my little guy testing out the food stands, which is awesome. I was so happy they would fit in here and work this way so that you can, of course, I didn't know what lot type to put it as. You'll just have to, I'll just cheat money in my gameplay and hire vendors on the lot, which is what I did, so that he was able to come and get some food from some vendors, and it worked out nice, so that when you're at the market and you're busy selling all your stuff, you can get a bite to eat and you won't die of starvation, which is always a good thing. And here's the cute little roofs. I did put this lot right on the outside of the Henford marketplace. I thought it was absolutely perfect spot for it, so that you could, go, if you're doing like the animal fair or whatever in Henford, you could also go to this venue, and which made it perfect for like a complete town square. I really liked the placement of this. So let's see, just putting the finishing touches on the roof, which roofs aren't that exciting, but whatever, it's cute. And I did use the Shift and C to make the different shapes in the roofs versus just the normal roofing toggles. So I did want that wishing well in the center of the build, just to add to the whimsical, cute little town square. Your Sims can go make wishes. And those tiny little buildings on the ends are going to be bathrooms, so that they also don't mess themselves. And I put cute little chimneys on each of them because I thought, if the little townspeople are cooking their whatever food, their pastries or whatnot, that they need a little oven in there for cooking with. So there's our cute little chimneys. And I love that one from Fairies. It's super cute. And then we have our little wooden walkway, our little plank walkway. I did try to, like, on the ground after I do the terrain paint, I tried to make, like, it messy with, like, water streaming down, but with the way The Sims works and water on the ground, it just didn't look like, it didn't look that good. I wanted like little puddles or whatever, but oh well. I had a picture off of Pinterest that I tried to model it after, but it just didn't work in The Sims. So here we are. And then I had a hard time finding what type of stone I wanted around that and the terrain paint. So I did that for a while. Here I am making the little individual shops. That's where I'm going to be putting the sales tables. So And then we're messing with the roof now again too. And ta-da, here it is. So, making the cute little brick. Not that you get to see it with the sales tables though, but I just wanted to make cute wallpaper for it. And then there's our nice large windows for our bathrooms so it can air out the stank. You can wave it and say hi, I guess, if you're a sim. That looks like a barn window. Windows are always hard to pick because not all of the swatches go with the wallpaper swatches. And the designs, it's hard, but we do the best we can when we're building. And I didn't choose that horse ranch one because it was open and you could see the seam in between the roof. So that didn't really work, but the cottage living one seems to work quite well. It looks cute like that. And then of course the fairies ones, they just add a whimsical vibe like always. And I go for more whimsical, I guess, instead of like too dark medievalish. I guess that's more my style, is the whimsical style. But I like it. What can I say? It's cute. And here we are using the tool to move the wooden, whatever they are, down. Because they're sticking up out of the roof unsightly. Oh, my favorite wallpaper again. That cute little stone cottage looking vibe. And the roof patches are kind of big. I didn't want that big a one, so it didn't really work. And then we'll just try to make the roofs look least boring as possible, which is hard. I'm gonna give it character. Add a little flag, their town flag. Maybe it's the flag that represents their kingdom or their monarchy, whatever. It could be, who knows, whatever you want it to be, because this is a sim, so go for it. And, oh, we got their cute little critters on the roof too. Critters on the outhouse. There we go. It's looking super cute. I love the shape of these. They're just full of character. And then I'm using my favorite little chimney for the outhouse again. The other one, this one was hard because if you get a chimney design you like, you just kind of want to use it over and over, but you gotta try to be original or different, I guess, with other ones, which is kind of hard. That one wasn't my favorite, but I digress. It's just a chimney. There are more difficult things in the world. And then we're doing the layout for the sales tables, where they're gonna go. And I don't know, you can sell whatever in there. I made some sales table, like little shops, with things in it already, and then when I just like left blank, and then there's some others on the side that you can just sell whatever you want. And it doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to give character to like a couple of the shops. So oh yep, here we are decorating the back. It can't be naked, can't have a naked backside. It's embarrassing. Windows are always really hard for me. I'm gonna say that again. It's just too many decisions. But let's see which ones. Yeah, those work. And then trying to get a layout of where I want some sales tables on the grounds of the marketplace. Oh, and some cute little awnings. I wanted it to be super colorful. I wanted colorful awnings and banners and stuff all around, just to make it more lively and fun looking. I think the the awnings add a lot more character to it, which is fun. And then just sitting there fighting with them was a little annoying. But whatever, it looks cute in the end. And I just had to use like all different kinds to get a more unique look, I guess. I do have the orange right next to the yellow though, that kind of blends in. I did remove those little awnings over the bathroom because during play testing I thought they were in the way. I don't think they were. It was just I made the toilet rooms too small. That's what it was. But I took them off anyways. So, and then there's some more on the other side. It's looking more lively, more put together, more like a little market. And I just cover the ugly white plastic looking things on the awnings with the wood. So it makes it look better and not like an eyesore. So yeah, and then we forgot we saved, so we save again. It's always a good habit to do. Okay. What are we looking for now? Oh, a cute little ditty to go over that, but I couldn't really find, I don't really like those. That doesn't really, I'm not too fond of that either, but it's alright. I like the canopy one right there more. And let's see, we're gonna get that food stall out and we're gonna put a bar in there, which makes a lot of sense in a medieval market. We need to get our ale, for sure. Especially after the stresses of a long day harvesting or making your goods you're selling and selling your goods and dealing with the public, we definitely need some ale, or mead, or wine, or all of the above. So we're just making our cute little bar, dressing these little shops up a little bit, making it look cute. I did hire a bartender to play test it and it works out great, which is awesome. I was so happy that these actually functioned well. We're just adding that wine. I love the stuff that came with horse. And there's our little sign out front to say, come get your drinks right here. Just to make it look more realistic. And let's see, what else are we doing? We're finding some lighting and I'm gonna do my little trick with the hanging lantern outside the doorway. That's one of my favorite for these decades builds. I love the way it looks, and I'll just do that on the outside of every shop. And then I'm gonna dress up the inside of the little cooking areas, the little food shops, just to give it a more realistic vibe. Not that a shop inside of a shop looks too realistic, but hey, whatever. Don't hate the creative process. We're just gonna dress it on up, finding all kinds of fruit and whatever. I'm just throwing random stuff down everywhere just to make it look like it's lived in, you know? The cook's gotta have stuff to cook on and make the food that they're selling, so that's why we gotta just throw some stuff in there for them. Here is one of the bathrooms that I'm making, and if you do the little open archway doors instead of just having an open toilet, if you do the doors like that, then they won't get shy and like shoo people away. But you have to have them like 2 tiles wide so that they're actually able to go to the bathroom in there, or else they won't be able to get to the toilet if it's just like 1 tile, which I had experienced in my test through of builds previously. And then we have our cute little sink with our barrel that collects the rainwater to wash your hands in. And then I just like to throw a curtain over my bathroom doors, like that's your door. There you go. Oh, and here's the little stand that I'm making for my peasants who harvest the flowers and sell the flowers. So, it's gonna be super cute. I like how it turns out, and I'll try it in my gameplay. They'll just come to town and sell whatever they harvest. And there's gonna be this cute little sitting area right in the front for everybody to come and just take a seat and talk and have a good time. They can catch up with a local gossip or just visit, you know, their neighbors in town. Whatever you want to do. Meet new people. new marriage interests, perhaps. You never know. Then we'll possibly have a little dance floor out there. And I cover it up with hay because it's unsightly. Some of the dance floors are freaking hideous, and I usually either cover them up with a rug or like hay and a rug if it's for a medieval build. And then I wanted this build to look like a little overgrown. I don't know why. Not that it's not walked through or anything. I just think it looks super cute. Little grass growing through the cobblestone and on the outside of town. So it just adds some life to it. I didn't want it to be super bare. I usually love the cute little grass tufts. So there it is. And then there's our well. I thought that, you know, all the water that splashes about waters all the plants around. So it just looks cute and overgrown. I like how that looks. Oh, and this is the shop that's 2 stories. The roof's poking through, but whatever, I don't care. I wanted to add like a little apartment, like maybe the person who's selling their food lives up there. I did have my little guy go up there and he can get up there. I didn't try like to lay in the bed or anything, but it should just work fine. So there's that. It looks like a cute little tiny little shack apartment for somebody who's trying to make their way selling food in town. And then we have like a little potter. This is gonna be where you can come sell your pottery, and I know you can make pottery in game, so I just thought maybe you could come and sell it at this one. I did think about putting like a little pottery wheel in there, but I did not. So you can just either make your pottery and bring it to sell, or you can put like a pottery wheel in the shop to do it if you want to. Whatever works. I'm just stocking the shelves and everything, making it look like they have plenty of wares to sell, which we have quite a good amount of pottery and vessels, or whatever you want to call them, in here. So I really like the layout of all of them. Super cute. And just changing it up with those little canisters that I found. I like those for everyday use. And there's those. I don't even know what pack those are from, but I like those. I use them in a lot of builds too. They're perfect. I love the Courtyard Oasis vases. They look really realistic. I like those a lot. And then we have our basket weaver next door who sells their basket weaving. That'd be a nice skill for the Sims to have, basket weaving. I know like some modders make what is it, Brazen Lotus? You can like weave your wheat grain, I think it is. So that would be cool. We should have a skill like that. We should have a lot. But oh well, I guess. And then here I'm making this little stand for somebody to sell their animals. Mostly it's for looks, because I don't think you can sell your animals like that, like at the sales table, like your goats. You could just bring them and have them there. Like you could put them in the pen and like talk to people about them. I don't know how it would work really well. I just thought it would be a cute idea. I did try to get them to sell goats and it didn't really work, so that was a little disappointing. But I'm gonna try to use this lot in another way. There I am making the little bird cages with the ducks in it. And then, oh, there's some baby ducks for sale too. It's a whole family. And I put those little decorative tabletop plants in there to make it look like they're bedding, and I have like the decorative rooster statues in there, so it looks like you can't see it too well, but I just like the way it looks with the birds in there. And I was putting goats in there. Like, you could just pretend like you're haggling to sell your goats or whatever. So it'd be cooler if you could sell them, but it didn't really work in game for me. I couldn't like stock the sales table with the goats and sell them. So sorry guys, it's kind of just for looks. But here's our basket weaver's little sales area. I like all the new baskets too that came from is it Royalty and Legacy? And then we had like the African update that was needed big time. So there's the little fishing baskets that are for sale. Use those for fishing, for the peasants' everyday use. Use a lot of baskets. They're very aesthetically pleasing. So for the decor. So yeah, this is just mainly a decorative seller's stall. You can use it. Just take, you know, stuff out and sell whatever you want there. I just did the baskets just because it looks cute. But here's another, the spice table where they sell the spices. The treats are very handy for this kind of gameplay because it looks like different spices. And then there's the flour. I always size up to make it look like a giant sack of flour. And on this, I don't know if you can make the treats in game or how you even get the treats in game. I don't play too much. I mainly just like building. But if you could make the treats in game or somehow get them somehow, then you could sell them here. But I just like the way they look. So there's a few decorative stalls, and then I have like a couple functional ones, which these ones would function if you wanted them to. I just wanted it to look cute for my gameplay. And then there's some giant vases. I don't remember what they're called. Actually called in like the historical terms for vases, but just sizing that stuff up. And I used the wool. The wool looks like, instead of sizing up a sack of flour and it shows through the vase, I just used the wool, and I like to make it look like it spilled over and made little piles on the floor after scooping it. Just add a little realism to the look. And then we'll add our rugs and move on to the next one. So super cute how it turned out. Come buy your spices for your cooking. I love it. And it's looking more realistic now with the baskets and the pottery. So cute. And then here is our next one, and this one's just an empty one for whatever you want to sell in there. There's our flower one. At the flower one, you don't have to just sell flowers. You could do veggies and stuff too if you wanted to bring your stuff there. Getting some signs to make it look more realistic, and our cute little fence. I wanted it to be a fenced-in little area with that cute old stone fence from, I don't remember what it's from. Oh, and there's the banners. Little flags to make it look, to attract you to whatever they're selling. Their little banners. Their little bar banner. And our cute little flags around to make it look more like a town square. I just love the look of it. Super cute little cottagey vibe. With our little banners, make it look lively, like it's a lively little town square and everybody's having fun. Here. And let's see, where are we going next? Oh, for our front, I wanted a cute little entryway. So I think that fits a lot. And some shrubbery, some more landscaping. I just love the overgrown look. It makes it look full of life. Lots of life, lots of green. The ambiance of the cute little cottage town. The little town square. Let's see. There's our ivy. We gotta save. Don't forget to save when you're building, so you don't cry. Yeah, that tree kind of blocks everything. It's nice in theory, but then it blocks the whole town and you can't see it. So I'm not gonna go with that tree. Some flowers for the front. A nice welcoming entryway. I use a lot of debug because there's a lot of options, a lot more options in debug. Like, could you imagine building with only the stuff that comes with each pack for you to build with and not the stuff in debug? You'd have like nothing to build with. So, oh, here's our butterflies. I am so freaking happy we finally got butterflies in Adventure Awaits. What I would do in the past, I would take like what's that camping world, that outdoor adventure or outdoor retreat, and I would take those little critters, size like their house down, and freaking just have the like try to place them, hide their little containers in like a bush, and then raise it up and have the butterfly fly around. Ugh, so annoying. Oh, here's our mannequin. I'm making a little dance area, a little music, and we're gonna dress him up, and he's gonna be our bard. And he is right next to the radio, which you'll have to probably repair it if it gets wet. And then we're gonna do a little violin and use Tool to make it look like he's playing the violin for everybody to dance to. And I did this in my cathedral. Was it my cathedral? No, I didn't. I did it in my bathhouse build. I have guys around playing music, supposedly, and there's a little microphone for somebody to sing while everybody dances on the dance floor. Come to the town square and have a fun time. We're celebrating, I don't know, May Day or something. You can just come and dance and eat. I thought it was so cute, and it does end up being cute when I'm play testing it. And then there's another sales table. And it looks like we're almost at the end of the build, everybody. So thank you for watching. I just end up adding a couple extra things to keep Sim's curiosity. This little sitting area. I'll add chess table and some horseshoes over there in the corner. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.